The days where you want to show up the least are the days where you have to show up the most. When it comes to creating your dream life and leveling up your life and manifesting whatever it is you want to manifest, all of that good stuff, you're going to be faced with challenges that are testing you to see if you're actually capable of making it to the next level, aka if you're actually capable of receiving the things that you dream about receiving. And one of the ways that we get tested the most is through our laziness. A lot of people dream about having more money, having more freedom, having the perfect partner, maybe even getting treated like a princess and never having to work again. If you have these dreams, it's because they want to be revealed. What does that mean? When you have a type of dream in your head, I want to be a millionaire, I want to be a successful business owner, I want a partner that takes care of me. That means that those things already exist, but they're actually waiting to be revealed by you. But the reason they're not existing in your current life right now is because you are not ready to reveal them yet. You haven't made it to that level mentally where you will be able to handle the blessing that you truly desire and want, and that is meant for you. If you have specific dreams in your life about certain things you want, it is because it is meant for you, and you have to have certainty of that. You have to believe in that. But then you're probably asking, how do I reveal it into my life? How do I make it happen and come into my current life? The way that these things actually come into our lives is through the things that we find scary, we find triggering, and that make us want to not move and go back to bed and just watch TV. Maybe you want to make a business where you make $1 million and you're reading a lot of business books about how to make a business, but you haven't started one yet. The move that you need to make here is that you need to go and start one. Whether that's posting on your Instagram, making a mock-up product. Maybe you think you have to wait till the timing is right. The timing will never be right. Now is the time. Now is the timing. Because the thing is, what we do in our life today is what determines what our life will be like. Your life is an extension of the beliefs that you have. And what you choose to believe is your choice. So if you think it's hard to make $1 million, if you think it's hard to get a boyfriend who loves you and adores you and pays for all your bills, then it's gonna be hard. And then every time you run into a situation where you would actually be able to be given that, you will respond in a way. Your body will take you so far away from that because your body is afraid, it's scared. And what happens when your body is scared? Your body is going to do everything in its power to protect you. And the way it protects you is by keeping you away from that. And that's because you have certain beliefs that are based in other choices. Maybe you want to grow your own business, but you have a fear within you that says, I can't grow a business because people are going to judge me. Growing a business is going to be hard because people are going to try to tear me down. Making money is scary. I'm afraid I won't be able to handle it when I get it. All of these beliefs are actually influencing directly the choices that you make. Because the more you repeat it, the more you will prime your subconscious mind to keep you from actually getting that. Because it's going to be like, oh, you're uncomfortable. You're uncomfortable when it comes to growing your business. You're uncomfortable when it comes to getting money. So we don't want you anywhere near that. You're uncomfortable when it comes to finding your dream partner. Always talking about how men are terrible, men are horrible. You can never find a good man. But at the same time, your higher self, the self inside of you that has dreams, big dreams, it's not going to want to listen to that. So it's going to propel you into situations where you're faced with your fears. Say if you're a woman who wants to have a stable and secure partner, you are going to get propelled into relationships with narcissistic partners. And you're going to feel an incredible division within yourself. You can't understand why you're constantly saying that you don't want this type of partner. And now you're faced with this type of partner. Well, first and foremost, the universe doesn't understand the word don't. Anytime you say, I don't want to have a narcissistic partner, I don't want to be poor, I don't want to have to rely on other people, you're saying, I want that. If I tell you, don't think about a forest, what are you going to think about? A forest. You're putting attention on it, and that is you making a choice that that's how it's going to go. You're putting your attention on poverty and not what you actually want. But your body knows that you truly actually want a man who takes good care of you. You want that $1 million business. You want all of the stuff that you want. And it wants you to prepare for that. And the way it tries to prepare you for these things is by propelling you headfirst into situations where you can choose to act differently. But the thing is, because you've had these beliefs for so long, you do not act differently. And then you wonder why your life doesn't change. You're following the script that you've written for your subconscious mind instead of following the dreams you actually have. This is why for a lot of people that are trying to achieve their dreams, a lot of the time they can feel a little split because they don't understand why the reality that they do experience doesn't actually resonate with the life that they truly want. They feel like the world owes them justice. They feel like the world is against them. And that's because their inner world, their subconscious mind is not aligned with your subconscious desires. You're trained to think a certain way, but you know you want things that are completely different. Maybe you're trained to think that money is bad, money makes you anxious, but you know that you want wealth and prosperity. You're gonna feel extremely split and extremely left in the dark when you constantly run into bad situations. And you're gonna feel like it's not your fault. You're gonna feel like, what am I doing wrong? And what you're gonna do is that you're gonna go into paralysis. And you're gonna say, I'm gonna wait here till the world changes. Because your desires are so different from your inner world that you don't know what to do in your next move. And you think by waiting around, maybe things are going to change. But in that moment where you think, maybe I should just wait, maybe I shouldn't do anything, I can't be the one who's making me feel this weird when all I want are good things. But the only way for you to actually change is for you to get up and move. A lot of the time, this is why we don't get to the results that we want in time. We want things to happen quickly and we can't understand why things are not moving our direction. Maybe we are reading self-help books. Maybe we are going to seminars on how to learn to grow a business. But all of these things are outside of yourself. They're actually not inside. They're absolutely great moves and they absolutely keep you on the path that you're supposed to be on. They can absolutely be a great support, but they're not creating the momentum they need to create. Today, I woke up and I did not want to do anything. And there are also days where it's perfectly fine not to do anything when you're someone who's doing a lot. But because I've trained my intuition so much now to propel me in the direction of my desires and the things that I need to overcome, I embrace the fact that the world is going to show me challenges. Instead of being mad every time something hard comes along, I'm like, okay, I love this. I'm embracing it. And today for me, that was actually getting up and filming this video. Because I wanted to just sit under my covers and just relax and watch a movie. But I cannot share my message with you if I do not get up and share it. You're not going to be able to get this information from me if I don't share it with you, if I don't make the time to make a video. And instead of getting frustrated about the fact that, oh, I had to do this, I was like, I love it. I love this resistance that my body is giving me. The fact that my body is trying everything it can not to go and do this. My body was really trying to get me to just go on social media and scroll and not do anything. Trying to do everything but actually making the content. Because there's a part of me that's scared of what might happen if I do something that I've never done before. So it's going to do everything in its might to keep me lazy and not do anything so that I keep on repeating a pattern of saying, oh, things are never going to happen. Things are never going to happen. And that's going to strengthen that subconscious mind, shadow, whatever you want to call it. While on the other side, I know I have desires. I have things that I want to achieve. I have things that I love. And I know that these things are not just going to come to me without action. It's not about how they're going to come to me. It's about just moving. And I knew what I needed to do was get up and make a video. And I kept telling myself, show me what it is I need to talk about. Show me what it is I need to talk about. And I knew I needed to talk about the fact that sometimes the times where you don't want to do anything, that's when you need to get up and do something. The times where you are least interested in showing up for yourself and showing up for your desires, that's when you need to show up the most. I could have easily just sat down and said, I don't want to film this video. I'm just going to do it another day. I could have listened to the voice inside my head that said, oh, you're rushing. You're just doing too much. You want it too much. But instead of going with that shadow self, I went for my desires and said, what would the better version of me do today? She would go up and she would make the video. She would get it out there. Because when you least want to show up, that's when it matters the most that you show up. The day you least want to go to the gym, that's the most important day for you to go to the gym. Even if you just go there and go for a 10-minute walk on the treadmill. You need to do it. If not, you're feeding your shadow self instead of starving them. You're telling them that they're right, that you can't make the moves that you need to make. Instead, you need to feed your desire self, the self that wants everything. And if you want everything, you can do everything. So show up for yourself.